Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we will be going over functions in Python. So let's just go ahead and see. I created a little comment called functions. Usually I write code in the Python shell called idle, but today I preferred to use Spyder because I was writing a little more complex program and I was getting annoyed writing in idle. So don't worry, regardless of whether you're using idle or Spyder which is the shell I'm using, it's irrelevant. So before we go ahead and create functions in Python, let me just explain to you guys why we use functions in Python. So one of the main reasons we use functions in Python is for writing more complex, cleaner code. That's the reason number one. And the second reason, and the far more important reason, is that writing functions allows us to abide by the DRY principle, which stands for the do not repeat yourself principle. I'll get into that a little later. So functions, let's create another comment, say DRY principle. I think I spelled that wrong. Principle should be right. Yeah. So now let's go ahead and create a simple line of code here and say print hello. Let's create a variable called name. Let's say to my name, so let's just go with Ash. So I'm going to print hello space plus name. So let's go ahead and run this code and we get back hello Ash. Okay, great. Well, let's say I want to do this code again, but I want to change the name. So all I have to do is go into the variable and change name. Let's go from Ash and say Bell. Now we should get back hello Bell. Well, again, what if I want to change the name so then instead of saying hello Bell, it says hello something else. Let's say Azura. Hello Azura. You get what I'm doing here, right? I simply set a variable name to a string, which is a person's name, and then I printed out hello and the name. Very simple code. So, but what if I want to do this like 1,000 times? Each time I have to go into name and change the value of name. So let's leave that aside for a second and just create a function. So how do we create functions? Well, it's quite simple in Python. All you have to do is use the def command or keyword. So def. Notice it highlights because it is a special keyword in Python. After you have def, you write down func name. So function name, open and close parentheses and a colon. So by function name, I mean you can name this anything you want. For our program, let's simply call it define function name hello. Within the parentheses, you can put in arguments. So let's say your function takes an argument, so you can add it here. If you don't want to explicitly write something, you can just say args and keyword args. For now, I'm just going to have args. Hit enter and notice I now got indented within the function. I am not on the first space, I'm actually rather on the fourth space. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is where I am. Just go back up, hit enter, and there I am. Using functions in Python, you have to return something. If you do not return anything, Python will automatically return the special value for you of none. So let's remove this for now and just print out hello. And let's go ahead and call this function. So let's get rid of this. Let's go ahead and print out the function. So to call it, let's just say hello. Notice it popped up and it takes in arguments. Because we don't really need args, we can kind of remove it and it should still work. Hit F5 and we get back hello. But we also got back the value of none, because as I said, when using functions we have to have a return statement. If we don't have a return statement, a special condition will be returned to us, a special value. That value is none. So let's go ahead and just return let's return an empty string. That's fine. And for arguments, let's go ahead and try passing an argument this time. So let's remove this. This time let's set a variable to the function. So a is equal to the function hello. It takes in arguments, and let's say the argument is my name again, and let's print out the function. So let's print out a, see what happens. So we just got back hello. Okay, why is this? Just because we used a parameter which was arguments and I added my name as a string doesn't mean it's automatically going to be added into the function unless we explicitly call it. What do I mean by this? Yeah, sure, the function hello takes in the parameter of arguments right here, but to explicitly call where I will be using those parameters, I have to call it like I was using any other variable. So let's add args right there. Now let's print out and see what happens. I got hello Ash, and notice I got hello Ash back in this weird format. The reason for this is because I'm using args. So let's go ahead and let's remove args. Let's remove args from here as well, and say it takes the function hello takes in the parameter of name. Right. Now let's remove this, and let's say a is equal to the function of hello with the parameter name. Let's add a name. So within to create a string, simple name Ash again, and let's print out a. Now notice that we got back hello. The reason for this is I forgot to add a back into the function. So let's go back and add name. Let's call out the function, and we got back hello Ash in this really nice clean format instead of this odd format we got before right here. So if I want to change name, all I would have to do instead of recreating more and more code as we saw earlier, I can just create more and more variables, or I could just say print b is equal to string hello of the name, let's go with Sandy, and I could print b, and we get back hello Ash, hello Sandy. Really simple. So at this point you're asking, well Ash, there's not really point of me doing this. If I want to write more code, I would just write more code. Okay, fine, all to you, that's great. But what happens when you write more complex functions? That's the one you see right here. It's not really that complex, but it is quite a bit lines of code. So we have a dictionary set with key value pairs. The keys being that of an exercise name and the values being that of a max weight lifted. And we have a very simple function here. This is about 16 to 46 lines, so it's about 30 lines of code here. Another 30 lines of code, 30 to 40 lines of code here. So is it a lot of code? No. But imagine having to repeat it over and over again. So this is why we use functions. As you get more advanced, you'll find out about wrapper functions and decorators, which is a video we'll cover later on. So this is the function I wrote, I think, about a month ago. A really simple function. I was working with a client, something to do with exercise and checking exercise values or something. Let me just run the code and see what I did. I don't really remember that much. So it shows all the names of the exercises, and then it says enter best weight lifted in order of appearance. So let's go with 100. Now notice, it gives me back a return value. It gave me back the return value because as you see exercise over here, the max is 90. I added 100, which indicates 11% increase. Check rep calculator, no. Specific key, no. Exit, yes. So let's just go enter weighted for this in order of appearance above. 0. Check, no. No. Exit, yes. Comparing to 0. And that is the end of functions, guys. Let's go over it one more time. To create a function, you have to write down the keyword def and then the function name. So let's say by open and close parentheses, colon, whatever goes in the parentheses will be required by the function. So let's say name, and let's return hello and name. And now let's print out by with the name of Ash and see what happens. We get back hello Ash in this weird format because I'm not printing it out, I am returning it, but it's all good. So guys, if you like the video, be sure to like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much.